there is a secret that the elites do not want you to know about, and that is that you can make big money investing, owning watches. That's right. For example, this Rolex day date. This is a watch that's doubled in recent years, and at the same time, the value, not only is the value doubled, but during all this time, you could have been wearing it, enjoying it, and getting pleasure out of it. Now, I'm going to share with you why watches are one of the absolute best investments you can make. Now, I'm standing here in beautiful Palos Verdes, California, at the Trump National Golf Course, here in this little public park here. The sun is going down, and look, there are watches in the last few years that have doubled, tripled, quadrupled in value that you could have bought, you could have owned, you could have enjoyed. And you know what? Right now, we're in a very unique moment in time where the watch market is going through some turmoil. There was a bubble that inflated, that bubble burst, and now we're about to enter a new age. That's right. Markets are always in motion, and there are a number of watches that I've bought that have tripled in value in the last couple of years, and you know what? They are still maintaining their value, and you know what? They're going to increase in value. And right now, I'm actually looking at a number of watches that I think could be that next big thing. And you know what? When you watch this channel, when you subscribe to this channel, those are going to be some of the things that you, my friends, are going to learn. You're going to learn how to get rich with watches. I know it sounds crazy, but let me share a concept with you why watches are one of the absolute best investments you can make. Step number one, or I should say number one, is unlike cars, unlike art, unlike real estate, which are all investable classes, right? All those things require maintenance. They're very complicated. You can't just move them. You can't just sell them. You can't just put them on your wrist, get on a plane, and fly to another country. Watches are portable wealth. Okay, you can take this watch, go anywhere in the world, and you can sell that watch, and you will get that money. It's an international asset class. Okay, and nobody, unlike real estate, unlike stocks, things like that. No, it's discreet. Okay, it is discreet. Nobody knows what you have unless you tell them what you have. Okay, and look, people want to have privacy. They want to have assets that are private. And look, who can blame them in the crazy world that we have today? And again, you can put on a watch, go anywhere in the world, and that is one of the beauties. Now, here's the other thing. Let me just mention this. It is a piece of art on your wrist. Now, this watch is actually, I think, relatively plain, but there are some incredible, magnificent watches that you can wear, you could look at throughout the day, and they give off a powerful vibration of success, of achievement. Because look, let's just be real. If you're buying a watch for $10,000 or $20,000, $100,000 or more, generally speaking, it's because you have been successful in life. You have been useful to society. You have produced value for society, and you have been rewarded with that financially, right? So by being productive, by creating value for society, you're able to buy a watch like this, and when you look at it every day, that reinforces the message, and it sends powerful positive vibrations to your brain. And that becomes a success cycle. Now, I don't want to get too far into the whole concept of it, but at the same time, you can also tell the time. That's right. It's actually quite useful to tell the time. Another thing is, it is, again, I don't want to sound, this is going to sound corny and whatever, but look, let's be real. It is a status symbol. Okay, when you enter a room with the correct watch, when you enter a room, when you are in a business meeting, okay, if you are in a business meeting, and you have the correct watch on your wrist, it gives you a major advantage. Not only psychologically, in terms of for your own mind, in terms of the confidence that you have when you are in a room. Now, look, I have had serious meetings, negotiations where I'm sitting in the room and I have a $75,000 watch on my wrist, and the other guy on the other side, I mean, he could be obviously at a much more stronger position in the negotiation or whatever it is, but having that watch on my wrist, I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds silly, but you know, when I'm looking at my Patek Philippe, my $75,000, $100,000 Patek Philippe, and I see he's wearing just a basic Omega, you know, I feel that you know what, I have a significant edge, and I know it sounds silly, but that's kind of the reality. And at the same time, the other person, okay, that you're negotiating with, they will notice that. Okay, believe me. Anybody who owns a watch, even a humble Omega, they understand what's going on. Okay, they recognize, and they're going to be intimidated. Okay, I know. Listen, I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds whatever you want to call it, shallow. I know it sounds shallow, but that, my friends, is the reality. It's human nature. We're spiritual animals in a physical world, right? And you have to, understand how the world works. Again, the thing about watches is, unlike cars, collector cars, you might buy a car for a couple $100,000. You got to store it, you got to maintain it. I mean, it really becomes very, very complicated. A watch, put it on, enjoy it, wear it, and every once in a while you may need to service it. Maybe every 10 years or something. It'll cost you a couple $100 or something. Okay, and again, you can wear it anytime. There's no issues like with cars, or unlike art, okay, which you can have in your house. You look at it and you enjoy it. It's not something you could take with you. And you know what? Let's say you do want to flex, right? Nobody is going to be impressed by a $10 million Picasso that's hanging in your home that nobody sees, right? But if you have an impressive watch on your wrist, people will see that. Okay. Now again, I'm not being shallow. I'm just addressing points that are on top of everybody's mind, and I'm just telling you the things that everybody knows. They're kind of afraid to mention, but I'm not afraid to mention it. That it is about status. It is about things like that, and those things are important. They're not. It's not the be all end all of everything. It is not the determining factor, but it is just one of those extra things. Now, again, at the end of the day, though, what is most amazing about watches is that the correct models, okay, the proper models, do increase in value. Now, I've had many models, many watches. Actually, I would say that every single watch that I've purchased in my life has increased in value. Okay, and I've been in the watch, I hate to use the word collecting, but I have, owned many watches: Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Rolex, Vacheron, etc. And every watch I have owned, I have always sold at a profit. Isn't that unbelievable? And you know what's even better? I've also enjoyed all those watches. Okay, so not only did I sell watches at a profit, I also enjoyed them, and I was able to buy better watches later, right? So that is the interesting thing about watches. And look, some watches only increased 50%, some increased 100%, some tripled in value. And look, we're talking about things that are, it could be anywhere from a couple $1,000 to $100,000, right? Now, that is, again, the great thing about watches. So again, click the like, subscribe button, and you'll learn more details as we release more videos. See you in the next one.